After level 10 in Farmville, you can master crops. The number of crops you have to harvest to achieve the stars varies, but you can get 3 stars for every regular crop at the market, and sometimes special event crops can be mastered too. The first star gives you 500 coins and 25 XP, the second star 1500 coins and 75 XP, and the third star is worth 5000 coins and 250 XP. You also receive a mastery sign that you can put on your farm to show that you have mastered a crop. After you have mastered the crop, every plot of the crop you grow has a different chance between 5% and 40%, depending on the kind of crop, to be a premium crop. A premium crop looks bigger and better than the regular crops, like the fertilized crops but without the stars, and it harvests for additional XP. So how many you get depends on the crop. In addition to that, you can use the farmer's market to master crops faster and to get more additional XP when you have mastered crops and harvest them. You can check the farmer's market section of this guide for more info on this. Mastering crops that don't get you many XP or coins doesn't really make economic sense, but some players see it as their long-term goal in the game to master all the crops. If you enjoy growing different kinds of crops like I do, this may be fun for you too. I suggest you try to master profitable crops and the ones you want to grow a lot first, and you can help on co-ops that need less profitable ones as a way to get more co-op achievements and in order to get extra XP and coins for growing less profitable crops. Crafting recipes can be mastered as well. While the level of the goods to achieve the first and second mastery stars vary for the recipes you get at different levels of your crafting building, there are fixed levels to achieve 3 to 5 star mastery of regular goods. Limited goods, such as the carnation vinegar, will get you the sign for 5-star mastery as soon as your good reaches level 20 or 25. Before that, there are no mastery stars for the limited goods. All the regular recipes will give you 3-star mastery at level 50 of the good, 4-star mastery at level 75, and when your good reaches level 100, you get the 5-star mastery sign for it. The first star for your goods in your crafting building always comes at 20 levels above the one you started out with. The second one 10 after that. So goods that can be produced in the most basic level 1 building, your first 3 recipes reach their first star at level 20. The second one at level 30. All the later recipes that you got after upgrading your crafting building start out at higher levels. Three for each of the levels of the crafting building. So a recipe from a level 2 building will get you the first star at level 23 and the second one at level 33 and so on. The first mastery star on any recipe earns you 500 XP and 1000 coins and a mastery sign for the product with 1 star at the bottom. As you level up your recipes, the signs keep changing to display 2, 3, 4 and finally 5 stars. Your rewards increase with the stars you receive. You gain 1000 XP and 2500 coins for 2 stars or 5 stars on a limited recipe, 1500 XP and 5000 coins for 3 stars, 3000 XP and 10,000 coins for 4 stars, and 4500 XP and 25,000 coins for 5 stars. After that, you can still increase the level of your goods by making more and selling them, but neither the fuel you get nor the price of the good will go up after level 100. There are no additional stars after 5-star mastery either. For a description of masteries for craft shop recipes, please refer to the next part of this guide on craft. Tree mastery can take long. If you only keep 1 tree each of the less valuable trees, just like crop mastery of less profitable crops, it is more of an end unto itself for the less profitable trees. Let me explain. Assuming you get your hands on one of them, you may want to master yellow maple tree. The total harvests required to do so are 678. Even with the tree ripe every other day, it will take you more than 3.5 years to finish. During that time, the money you make from the tree will be hardly more than 10% of what you could make if you put a relatively profitable tree, such as the Singapore jackfruit, into an orchard and harvested every other day. Getting the mastery sign and the stars will give you additional coin XP, but the rewards are tiny compared to the kind of money you can make by regularly harvesting profitable trees. Nevertheless, a lot of farmers try mastering trees, and one of the ways to lose little money doing so is by keeping only 1 tree each of the less profitable kinds. If you aren't in a hurry to get the masteries finished extremely fast, you can just keep 1 each of the less profitable types of trees and wait. Some people try taking shortcuts mastering trees because they don't want to wait that long. They place several orchards with only 1 tree inside them on their farm and move all the trees they are planning to master around from one of them to the next one when they become ready to harvest, harvesting every orchard with all the freshly moved trees inside. Since this is time consuming and not enjoyable in my opinion, I haven't done that, but this way you can receive the tree masteries extremely fast and save money on the other shortcut, applying instant grow for farm cash. You can store up to 20 trees inside an orchard to get more coins if the interval between harvests is longer than 48 hours outside an orchard. In addition to that, the orchard will either produce 2 watering cans or 1 mystery seedling that can grow up into a new kind of tree when you plant it and water it with 8 watering cans. You can have as many orchards as you like, but only 1 can be built at the same time. An orchard requires 10 each of the common building materials, nails, boards and bricks, and the first brick is included when you purchase the frame. It takes up exactly the same space as the trees you put in. As you add trees to the orchard, they will get arranged from right to left, back to front. So if you want your orchard to look a certain way, it makes sense to try to put the trees into the order you want them to be inside and move them in one by one. Until you can get level 2 seedlings from the orchard, the most profitable free trees are the Arjuna tree and the jackfruit tree. Those will also give you level 2 tree seedlings that get you a profit of 420 when you've grown them up. Indian laurel and Singapore jackfruit. If your neighbors have Asian pear trees, they can produce level 2 Shinko pear that also harvest for 420. If those are unavailable to you, the ginkgo and mango tree also produce quite profitable level 2 seedlings. Autumn ginkgo and Manila mango. That will harvest for 390 each when fully grown. Since getting those is a high priority if you want your orchards to be profitable, it is really worth it to fill your orchards with these types of trees. The most profitable tree at the moment is the peach palm. A level 2 tree that originally comes from the acai tree, the most expensive level 1 tree ever, at 27 farm cash. The quirk with orchards is that you will get the fitting level 2 seedlings from your orchard. For example, autumn ginkgo from an orchard filled with ginkgo trees. But your neighbors who pick up the same seedlings really will get a mystery seedling that can turn into any kind of mystery tree. So a seedling you pick up from the feed can turn into anything and may give you just another Granny Smith apple tree, which I all delete right after publishing since they are one of the worst trees in the game. Or it could turn into a peach palm. At the start, when you still need all kinds of level 2 trees, getting all kinds of seedlings from the feed still makes sense if you want to master all the trees. But when you have most of the good trees, you can expect good profit from your trees and only grow up your own seedlings. I have 2 mixed orchards with less valuable trees, and all my other orchards are stocked with trees that will give me either profitable tree seedlings or some very rare ones like the Chinese lantern tree or the disco ball tree. Since you need 8 watering cans each to grow up tree seedlings, those will probably continue to be a popular gift. I recommend you always publish the watering cans from your halfway grown seedlings, since those will also give your neighbors a chance to pick up more cans for their seedlings, and what goes around will probably get back to you again. If your seedling turns into a profitable tree, all your trouble was worth it. An orchard filled with Singapore jackfruit trees will give you 140 coins per plot per hour, and a Singapore jackfruit seedling or 2 watering cans every 2 days. This makes good trees even more important than calves to progress fast by turning your coins into XP again by buying belted cows. They are also a lot more profitable than the best kinds of hybrid crops, even if you pick up the seeds for free. One last word about growing up trees. Yes, I know it's a lot of work and some people will just delete their seedlings and re-gift their watering cans. But if you want to get lots of good trees, you really should grow them up yourself. Who else is gonna do it for you? Some guides say that picking up good trees like the peach palm tree is great, but growing seedlings yourself isn't worth it. That makes little sense to me, since nobody will be able to pick up any good trees if everyone stopped growing up seedlings. Rather try to adjust the amount of seedlings you grow up to how much time you have. If you play Farmville for 2 hours a day, every day, you may as well grow up 10 seedlings a day if you can manage to find watering cans to do so. If you only have half an hour a day or even less to play Farmville, maybe you just want to grow up 1 seedling a day or 10 a week. It's entirely up to you, of course. But collecting hundreds of good trees without ever growing up your own seedlings just isn't fair to your fellow players. I see growing up good trees as a way to give something special to my Farmville friends without spending real money on the game, as some of them do to buy rare horses and cows for breeding, for example.